a couple of questions which I wanted to know from you. Where did this thought come from you, as that we would want to have a carnival rather than just a technical speaker session? Where did this thought come from?
Right. First of all, I wanted to tell that I always wanted all the agile enthusiasts in and around the NCR region to come forward, work together, share and collaborate their knowledge, and look forward to how we can together make this a community, a forum which will keep on interacting from this point onwards.
Okay.
So based on that thought, I proposed to have the first Agile Noida last year, that was called the Agile Convention. And again, from that we had some feedback, some good things that were kept in mind, some more improvement areas, and from there on again we have this Agile Carnival this year, which has 3 different tracks. Specifically talking about the third track, the games activities. Last time a lot of participants gave the feedback that we do not have any activities in these kind of forums. So the idea of having a specific games track was specifically to that. Plus this time we also introduced the Agile coaching camp,
I see
for
that.
which people with their specific queries can go and interact with the coaches.
Okay.
And those people can again, with their experience, with their knowledge, help those participants do better Agile.
And I also see that we have a lot of speakers from outside this area. What is the intention behind bringing these speakers?
Yes.
And how do you feel? I mean, how does it help in cross pollination of thoughts between the various regions as far as the Agile community is concerned?
Right. First of all, I'm really thankful to all these speakers who came for this Agile Carnival. Speakers from as far as Bangalore, Hyderabad, and other states of India have come forward. We were also expecting some more speakers outside India, but unfortunately they could not make it this time due to the year end.
Okay.
And the idea of having people from so many various locations is always that Agile is followed differently in all these locations.
Okay.
And we want them to come and share how do they do Agile in various forms, in various circumstances, and come and tell us, what really might work for us as well. So that idea prompted me to invite such speakers to our Agile Carnival and bring in a lot of diversity and variety in terms of the sessions, in terms of the topics and their experiences.
So we also saw yesterday we had an interesting Agile treasure hunt game which is still going on, and that is one of the main enthus of this conference, and everybody's participating very collaboratively. I mean, just share something. How does this game help, and how we'd like to take it forward?
Sure. So one of the principles of the Agile Manifesto says face-to-face communication is the most effective communication. Based on that principle, I thought, let's introduce some activity, some game in which all the participants interact together.
Okay.
So based on the 12 principles, we randomly divided the people so that they have to go and find their own team members. Once the team is formed, they gel together because they don't know as such, they haven't worked together. So this team will now face a very tough quiz ahead.
Okay.
The top 3 or 4 teams will then further qualify to solve a case study in the next 2 to 3 hours, which will be taken up in the open space today evening.
Okay.
And the panel of judges will actually tell us who amongst those 3 or 4 teams is the better one.
Okay.
And then we will be distributing the prizes and rewards accordingly.
We also saw some areas where it was a houseful arena where we didn't even have chairs left for some of the speakers, and that's such a good environment which we saw yesterday, and people really appreciating the speakers. Would you like to take this further and bring more speakers of this cadre, and what is your thought? What is your next thought of action?
Yes. So our Agile arena has a lot of very good speakers like Tathagat Verma, Naveen Nanjundappa. And in the lineup today, we have Puneet Sachdev, we have Nidhi Arora, Sudipta is definitely one of the most prominent figures in the Agile industry. So the idea of bringing such a variety of speakers, people who are very popular, is that they would bring with them some new examples, some new techniques, some new ways of working which will help people of NCR understand how Agile is really done in the cities outside Delhi and maybe outside India as well. And again, the idea is, as much as diversity we can get into this region, more of innovation will get created out here.
Correct.
And I really want Agile to spread not even to NCR, but I am also further looking to cities like Jaipur, Indore,
Okay.
and maybe far off cities like Kolkata as well. Where Agile hasn't reached so far yet.
Okay.
So that's the intention of having so many speakers coming from various locations and talking about their knowledge, their experiences.
I have been hearing people appreciating on the plans and the way the arrangement was made. I mean, just throw some light at who are the people and how it move ahead. And
yes, so definitely, it's never a one man's responsibility or job. I would like to thank my volunteers, the organizers, who definitely, took their days out, even spent sleepless nights to get this event the way it is now. And last not the least, I would also like to thank my sponsors who entrusted us, who thought that this is a good opportunity area for them to actually come and showcase their brand and take forward again what we think is Agile. So that collaboration of the volunteers, the participants and the sponsors, and definitely let's not forget the speakers as well. Together this forum will make this carnival, and I'm sure the future ones as well, a very prominent, a very interactive, a very knowledgeable kind of a community, which we will take like a journey and not just a 2-day kind of an event.
Do you feel tired after this? I mean,
no, definitely not. It's the enthusiasm that keeps you driving.
Okay.
And I'm sure in the days to come, this will further give us more energy, more enthusiasm to do more such events.
Nice talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarabjit. Pleasure talking to you.
So first, I would like to congratulate you for coming up with this idea of Agile Carnival. But at the same time, that prompts me to ask you this question: that how you came up with this innovative idea of Agile Carnival?
So basically, I would say I have been attending many conferences, and as a part of the, as a speaker or even as an audience, as a delegate in these conferences, I was seeing a lot of interest among the Agile participants and a lot of feedback which was being circulated at different levels. And somehow this conference is an assimilation of all the feedbacks which have come through. And finally, one thing which I personally feel Agile is not any process, it's just a framework, and I wanted to keep it at a very, on a note which is very, very, not very serious in nature, and it is more practical, and people are, it's not very formal in nature. So, well, while we were discussing about it with Neeraj, basically Neeraj told that if we can do something, so this thought of a carnival came into picture, and from that very moment we started thinking as to how we want to grow this further. So it's been an effort. I would say we spent roughly 4.5 to 5 months planning about this, from venue locations to on the speaker selection, and even on some of the rejections, because some of the talks were very redundant in nature. So we were very specific on the speaker list and the talks. The second good thing which we did was that we took feedback from the participants who are participating in the conference as to what they really need, because in some of the conferences we have found that the marriage between the speaker sessions and the people who are listening to these conferences is not proper, or the level of maturity. So we have tried to ensure that the audience which is there and the speakers which are there is a right match, so that the information can percolate and pollinate accordingly.
All right, good. But I think that takes a lot of effort to put the right people at the right time at the right place. So how do you coordinate? And
so it's again user feedback. We had forums which were open, where we asked people some of the most important questions which they want to get answers from. We went to organizations where we asked, and also we contacted Agile COEs. We requested them to be part of the conference. Then we shared the same information to the speakers, and they suggested what they can deliver. So I think it's not another conference, it's a collaborative event, or you may call it, it's a big open space which we are trying to establish. It's a non-conference mode, that is why we kept it as a carnival. From an Agile camp perspective or an open space, what we did yesterday, it is all about this particular moment. It is about these people who are here. It is not about the people who are not here. It is about the people who want to be a part of this community to grow this further. That is what the intent is. It is just-in-time feedback which we have tried to establish as a part of this conference.
that's great. So you, I think, have come up step one. So how do you want to take this idea forward?
Oh yes, this particular small thought which has been actioned, I think, has been appreciated by many one, thanks to all the respectable speakers who have been a part of this endeavor. We plan to again scale it up to different regions within India. That is what we are planning currently. And our essence will again be quality. It's not what we're targeting numbers, but we'll be targeting the right set of people who will be actually speaking to the right set of forum, because the knowledge has to reach the right people. So from my perspective, it's very democratic in nature. Even the feedback, some of the negative feedbacks which have come are appreciated. We are working on it, and as a part of this particular initiative, we will carry this forward. I mean, that is what I think.
So as part of this initiative, do you want to use some blogs or something like that so the people are connected?
Yes, so we have our Twitter and Facebook handles on currently, and we also have the Agile Noida, basically the web page where everything would be shared. Again, we might again go back to the speakers and give them a call back as to what did you like about the conference, so that next time when we do, we are much more organized. So that is how we plan to move this ahead. So we are planning to take it to the next level. That is for sure, and it is all because of a joint collaborative effort of some volunteers, thought leadership, and the community. That's the most important thing. We should not feel that we all are a part of this community. Anybody new who wants to join it is free to join it. Any organization who wants to get benefit out of it can benefit it out of it. So our whole essence is about sharing and learning. It's not about just taking in it or taking out. It's about a collaborative process, and that's what Agile talks about.
Yeah, that's good effort. I mean, just being on Facebook, Twitter will be helping more awareness.
Correct.
And if people would like to get connected with you, it will help them.
Correct. And in fact, we also are asking suggestions from different people outside India as to what are the new things which are happening, and try to incorporate in this region as soon as possible.
All right, that's great. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.